Wonderful ladies there who are watching this. So this is Bharati, yoga therapist from Shaptadala Yoga. So we all know that this is October month, observed as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, always called as Pink Month also. So here I am to help you with some yoga postures and pranayama techniques which can help you to manage the pain, to come out of the present situation in many ways. Okay. So first of all, let me thank Dr. Professor Subramaniam, the senior oncologist in India, who is the chairman and managing director of VS Hospitals, for giving me this opportunity. So maximum I'll try how I can help you so that you can practice with all these techniques. Yeah, thank you. Hello all. So this is Ms. Shweta, yoga trainer, who will be demonstrating all the stretches and asanas. So we'll be starting with the neck stretches. She'll be doing it for 2 times, but as your body allows, you can do 6 to 8 times according to your own capacity. Okay. So first we start with the front and back movements. Front, back, straight, bend right, left, straight, turn right, left, straight. Rotation 1, 2, change 2, 1, relax. Now we go for shoulder rotation 1, 2, 3, 4, change 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze your shoulders towards the ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. So now we go with hand movements. So stretch your hands at your shoulder level, palms facing up. So now you will be bending only the forearm. Okay, 1, both the hands together, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bring your hands in front of you, in front of your chest. Yeah, again we'll be bending only the forearms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, now again stretch it out at your shoulder level, rotation 1, 2, 3, 4, change 4, 3, 2, 1. Now she will show you at the back. So just fold one arm, that is your right arm. Now you'll be moving only your upper arm. Okay, 1, straighten it, 2, 3, 4 with your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, relax. Start with the leg movements. First we stretch our toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we rotate our ankle. 1, 2, 3, change 3, 2, 1. Yeah, relax. So now we do knee rotation. Just bend little forward. Yeah. Start rotating your knees. 1, 2, 3. Change. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Now we go with the hip rotation, slightly apart. Hold your arms at your hips. Yeah. Now we start rotating the hip. 1, 2, 3. Change. 3, 2, 1. Relax. So now we are moving to asanas, the physical movements where breath is the guidance. So with the breath we are going to do the movements. So all these asanas are mainly focused on stretching and relaxing your back muscles, shoulders, chest. Okay. So this will ease out little pain and increase the blood circulation through those areas. So let us see one by one. First we'll go to Tadasana. For this you will come to a standing position by the sides, hand by the sides. So inhale, both the hands up, interlock the fingers. Now try to stretch your body. Exhale, hands down. So this asana basically strengthens your legs, that is your biceps, triceps, and it creates stability in the shoulder joints. it strengthens the back of your body, that is your butt, hamstrings. It improves the balance and corrects the posture, that is hunching and all. So it is very good for the sciatica problem also. Yeah. So now next we'll move to Trayak Tadasana, that is side bend. For this you will have 1 feet distance between your legs. On inhalation, you raise your arms above your head, interlock the fingers. Exhale, bend on your right. You'll be bending as your body allows. Don't force your body, just listen to your body. Here, what you have to take in mind is your knee should be soft and straight. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale on your left. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, release your arms very gently. So this asana tones the liver, that is on the when you bend on your side. It tones the whole body, stretches your spine, and it stimulates the bowel movement also. It allows the lubrication in your joints, that is shoulder joints. So we'll go to Bhujangasana. For this you have to lie down on your abdomen on the mat. So keep your hands at your chest level. Keep your palms at your chest level. Your feet should be together. Your chin on the mat or your forehead on the mat. So on inhalation, slowly come up. Raise your head, shoulders, chest, upper abdomen. Stay here. Exhale, back, down. So this strengthens your spine, stretches chest, lungs, shoulders and abdomen. It tones your buttocks. It stimulates your abdominal organs. It helps relieve stress and fatigue from your body, mind. It opens your heart and lungs. It soothes your sciatica problem. Very therapeutic for asthma too. So next we'll go to Dhanurasana, that is called bow pose. For this you have to bend your legs, hold your ankle. If you are not able to hold with your hand, you can just get help of any dupatta or a towel or a strap wrapped around your ankle. You can hold that strap. So on inhalation, raise your head as well as your leg up. So this final position resembles like a bow. So this is called a bow pose. Exhale, just release. So this is very effective in the weight loss journey. It improves your digestion. It helps to cure dyspepsia, that is obesity, rheumatism, gastrointestinal problems. It cures constipation too. It improves blood circulation throughout your body. It gives great flexibility to the back muscles. It strengthens your back muscles also. So now we move to Konasana. So widen your legs. Keep your soles of the feet together and just pull it towards your groin. So this is called Konasana. So this stretches and helps to develop and tone the muscles of the sides. It helps reduce the waistline, that is your tummy, improves digestion, stimulates the nervous system and alleviates nervous depression too. It aids good blood circulation throughout your body as well as your hip region. It tones and massages your abdominal organs, that is your pelvic organs. So when you flap, this is called as Baddha Konasana. So famously we call it as butterfly. So next we move to Gomukhasana, that is cow face asana we call it. So for this you have to overlock your leg. So bend your legs, bring your right leg above your left. Take your right hand above your shoulder at the back. So now hold with your left hand. So this is called Gomukhasana, cow face asana. So she will repeat with the other hand. You can see at the back so that you will know what is going on at the back too. So cross your leg. This time left over your right leg. Now your left hand above and catch with your right hand. So this is how it looks at the back. So this asana stretches your hips. It provides power to your ankle, thighs, shoulders, armpit, chest, deltoids and triceps. It relieves chronic knee pain too. strengthens your spine and abdominal muscles, helps decompress low spine, that is folded variation when you bend forward, strengthens your hip joint too. So now we go to Paschimottanasana, that is seated forward bend. So your legs will be stretched in front of you, toes active, hands by your side. So now inhale, lift both the arms up. Try to stretch your upper body as your body allows. On exhalation, you will fold forward from the spine. So you can stay here if you can. Keep breathing. Do not hold your breath. So again, inhale, come up, raise your arms up. Exhale, down. So this asana calms the brain and helps relieve stress and mild depression. Stretches the spine, shoulders and hamstrings. Stimulates the liver, kidneys, ovaries and uterus. It improves digestion, helps relieve symptoms of menopause and menstrual discomfort, soothes headache and anxiety and reduces fatigue, therapeutic for high blood pressure, infertility, insomnia and sinusitis. Traditional text says that Paschimottanasana increases appetite, reduces obesity and cures diseases. Yeah. So next we go to Rajju Akarshanasana. So your legs will be in the same position, your hands by the side. Yeah. So now on inhalation, you will raise your right hand following your thumb. Inhale up as high as possible. Exhale down. Inhale, left hand up. Follow your thumb without moving your face, just eyes should be following. Exhale down. So this asana basically loosens the shoulder joints and stretches the upper back muscles. It firms the breast and develops the muscles of the chest, helps with frozen shoulders. It also helpful for the health of your eyes. So we move to Adho Mukha Svanasana, that is downward dog, inverted V. For this you have to sit in Vajrasana like this, that is sitting on your heels. From here extend your palms on the mat, keep your palms on the mat. Now slowly inhale, raise your hips up. Come to inverted V, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So this pose works several muscles of your body and engages your core, works the back of your legs, improves blood flow to the brain, strengthens your arms, improves your body posture, stretches your back, strengthens your bones. Now slowly come back again to Vajrasana. Yeah. So now we go to Matsyasana, that is fish pose. So we do it in a lying down position. So your legs stretched out, your arms under your thighs. Just tuck in your hands under your thighs. So now inhale, lift your chest up as much as you can. Use your elbow power. Drop the crown of your head on the mat. So this is the raised position. Looks like a fish, so it is called fish pose. Slowly relax, release the position. So this asana stimulates the pituitary gland and increases blood supply to the head. It improves the rhythmic breathing pattern. The asana also improves the reproductive system and regulates the flow of menstruation in women. It aids the immune system and improves blood circulation in the body. It also stimulates the thyroid gland. This asana is very beneficial from psychological point of view. That is, with regular practice of this asana, one feels relaxed and rejuvenated. It works on the head and eliminates all negative thoughts from your mind. So now we move to the important practice of any yoga practice. So pranayama, breathing techniques. So we sit on the mat in a very relaxed way. If you want, you can take back support. So your legs will be crossed like this. In your left hand, you will adopt chin mudra, that is your index finger and thumb together. Your right palm will be on your abdomen. So we are going to do belly breathing, that is abdominal breathing. Just to feel the movement of your abdomen, we keep our right palm on your abdomen, that is belly. So we are going to do belly breathing. So on inhalation, your belly, abdomen will expand. On exhalation, your belly, abdomen will contract. So your breathing should be very stress-free and in a very relaxed way. So just keep breathing with the awareness of your movement of your abdomen, just that is going in and coming out. Next we move to alternate nostril breathing, Anuloma Viloma. So in your right hand you will adapt Vishnu Mudra or Nashika Mudra. You will fold your index finger and the middle finger. You will use your thumb to close and open your right nostril, the other two fingers to open and close your left nostril. So we start with the left nostril first. So you close your right nostril with the thumb. So inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. So basically pranayama helps you to relax, focus more, it increases your concentration, it increases your lung capacity, it eliminates more toxins from your body, which is very important after any treatment. It balances, soothes, relaxes your nervous system, so ultimately you will feel very peaceful and calm. It relaxes your whole body. At the end of the practice, we come to Shavasana, that is a relaxation part, which is very essential. After any workout, you have to cool down your body. You have to relax your body as well as your mind. So Shavasana, so for Shavasana, you have to lie down on your back, keeping your legs apart, hands little away from your body, palms facing the ceiling, that is upwards. Your eyes softly closed. So you have to relax your body completely. So you have to relax all the muscles of your body. You have to relax all the joints of your body. If there is any tension or any stiffness or any heaviness or any pain in any part of your body, you have to mentally just release that from that body part and completely try to relax yourself. You can lie down in the same position as your body allows, 3 to 5 minutes or even more than that. Here you can observe the belly breathing, which we did at the beginning. That is, observing your belly movements. On inhalation, your belly will be rising up, and on exhalation your belly will be falling down. Just keep observing this movement. Your body and mind automatically will get relaxed. So after every practice you must practice this. Without practice also you can, at any time you can practice Shavasana, which is just a relaxation position. So I hope you all watched Ms. Shweta doing all the asanas and pranayama practices, and I trust that will be of great help to you. So let us just see few guidelines about the asana practice, that is overall yoga practice. So yoga should be practiced after at least 2 hours after the meal. There should be a gap of 2 hours of any food. It should be practiced in a well ventilated room. It should be practiced on a good quality mat. Your clothes should be very comfortable. You should have a very positive mindset before any practice or during any practice. So try to have a very positive mindset with all the hope and positivity. You keep practicing these asanas, not only for the cancer patient or breast cancer patients or recovered people. Anybody can practice yoga. Prevention is better than cure. So certain conditions you can prevent by practicing yoga very regularly. So hope everybody will continue with your practice. Thank you.